What's going on, guys? Thank you for sticking around. It's about time for a long overdue video. Hope you've been enjoying my YouTube shorts. Been experimenting with that a little bit. It's actually a great way to keep a channel alive, keep your subscribers entertained while I come up with ideas for more content. But anyways, while we're here, a new video, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently that it's a thought that I've internalized this past year. It's actually a phrase that one of my mentors taught me, and it's a simple yet powerful quote, and it goes like this. It just says that life is about experiences, and it's simple enough, straightforward, but I want you to really think about what that means, and because it didn't really sink in for me until I'd say the last 3 or 4 months. I would say it really got me paying close attention to the kind of things that most people are always talking about. If you listen closely enough, you'll notice that almost everyone, and I'm generalizing by the way, but almost everyone talks about sports events. They're talking about celebrities, movies, Netflix series, etc. But if you really dissect these things, they're all things through which we as a third party experience something. For example, think about a concert. The feeling of the person who's up on stage is very different than the feeling of the person who's in the audience, in attendance, right? Same with when you're watching a basketball game, for example. It's very different being out there on the court than it is to just sit in the stands watching the game. And I can apply this, the same thought applies. Netflix series, we're living through the main character's experience as he progresses along the storyline. And if you look at all these things, they all have one thing in common, is that we are passively experiencing that emotion. We're not actively participating in said event. But now I want you to think about your life story. Think about all the events that you've been through that have led up to where you are right now. I'm assuming you're not a 5-year-old kid if you're watching my videos, right? But think about it, because this is the events in which you are the protagonist. This is something that has been lost, and it's been replaced by activities that make us assume the role of a spectator. The sad thing about it is that our experiences are what shape us as individuals, and you can tell a lot about the depth of a person by the kind of stories that person tells and shares, and these stories are born from the experiences, life experiences of that person. It reminds me of a story I once read about. There was this guy who traveled to over 70 countries. He climbed Mount Everest. He spent a day at sea in all the major oceans, and he wrote a book about it. And he passed away. Years passed by, and this book became really famous. And years later, another person decided to go find this book. It was a one-of-a-kind book. And when he found it, instead of reading through the book, he burned the book and he set out to do all the things that were in the book by himself. So this coming year, I want you all to challenge yourself to building up your collection of stories. I want you to travel to a new city, go to new restaurants, start breaking out these old habits. You need to build your experiences, build who you are as an individual, invest in yourself, invest in experiences. It's never detrimental, it's never bad investment. It's always something that adds value to your life. Anyways, that's my little rant / deep thought for the night. Hope you've enjoyed. Keep stepping out of your comfort zone. We all know that this is what the channel is all about. Hope you enjoy. As always, thank you for watching. Click a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.